Today, I wanted to share my favorite spreader with you. And I know a lot of people have gone to line locks, and I do use it on some of my poles. Really, what I do like to do is I like to use these spreaders. But what I do like to do is make a small modification to that. And I'll come back to that in 1 second. So it's clearly marked right here which end goes where. It says lure right here on the spreader. And if you want to use it as fixed, you can use snaps and snap into it. But what I like to do is use it as slide there, and then I put a snap on the bottom to attach my weight line. And you know, it depends on what you're doing, but I'm usually running 12 to 14 inches of weight line. And sometimes when I run the 360 or Pro Troll type flashers, I won't run any at all, just because it's really easy to get the stuff in and out really quick. You don't have to worry about tangling up this. We're going to go ahead and run the dropper on this setup today. Now, I'm going to show you the modification that I'm going to make beforehand. And you can use a knife, but what I like to do is I like to use a little Dremel with a standard cut blade. So I'm going to put the knife in here so you can see that there's a little notch right there. And again, it's really hard to see if you didn't know it was there. And I cut that notch in there with my Dremel. Again, you can do it with a knife or even with a sharpening file. First one I probably did with a hook file, and I literally just went in there and cut a little notch. The reason I do this is because it will sit in to the swivel, and I'll show you here in the demo here. The swivel will sit in right there and it'll act as a line lock. Now, it's not 100%, it won't completely stop it, but when you're trolling along, there's a lot of tension there and it will lock into place, and this swivel won't be moving at that point. The line will not be twisting. Line locks are great, and again, I use them on some of my gear, but I just prefer these, and they're easy to see so that way you know what's going on with your line. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop my line in the water, and we'll see if you can see that happen. Hooks in the water, flasher in the water, weight in the hand, pole in the hand, straighten it out, and already you can see right here that this is pulled tight, and that is right up in that little notch there. I'm going to go ahead and drop it out there, and I don't think you're going to be able to see this on that camera. Yeah, and the water is a little murky today, so I'll hold it out there just a little bit, but again, I don't think you're going to be able to see any of that on the camera. Check that out. I think that if you do that, I think that you'll have really good results, and I really like these spreaders. And again, if you want to use them as fixed, or you can even use them as rudders on your trout gear, it's a one-piece solution. It will solve all of your issues without having to buy 20 different pieces of tackle. So check that out.